The reason we actually ended up going to Othello tunnels in the first place is because one of our friends from Vancouver recommended us. He went in the winter time, jumped a fence, walked through these snowy icicle caves and said it was just like the best thing ever. So we checked it out and turns out it's quite a tourist hotspot. The time that we went, it wasn't actually open. We were about a week early from the season starting and them opening the tunnels. There was no construction. It looked pretty safe.
It looked not pretty safe, it was safe.
It looked safe. There was no problem at all. Safe, safe, safe. Also, we could see other people down the end of the tunnel, so that was a pretty good sign. It worked out perfectly. Finished?
No.
Oh, okay. The day we went, it was, like 35 degrees? And then as soon as you stepped into the shade of the tunnel, it would have dropped to about 15. It was freezing. I don't have my thermometer. It was cold. Ugh. Hold on. A brief history on the tunnels. In the early 1900s, the Canadian Pacific Railway decided to connect the Kootenay region to the BC coast by rail. So in doing that, they carved through 3 mountain ranges, one of them being the Coquilla Valley. So the Coquilla Gorge, which is where the Othello tunnels are, is actually a 300-foot deep solid granite channel that has been carved out by water over time. So if you can imagine where we were walking in the videos that you've just seen, that was all worn down by water naturally. They decided to build the railway tunnel straight through that windy passage of solid granite. That is now what the Othello tunnels are. Ta-da! Can you see my goosebumps?
No.
We decided to do a little bit of research on a less touristy part of the abandoned railway. Did a little bit of research and found the Ladner Creek trestle. This thing is ridiculous. For starters, to get there, they give you about 2 lines of directions. On every blog we read from travellers who had gone and seen this, this is the description. A couple of minutes after going down the hill, before the bridge, there's a short exit of a dirt road. That's pretty much all they tell you. You're just hoping you don't miss it, or you have to drive kilometres back around and try and find it again. There's no signs. It's directly before this giant bridge, and somehow we found it. We go down, we park Bertha, and we start our expedition. It does say the first bit was a little bit difficult, but I think that's a slight understatement. The initial 50 to 100 metres of this 30-minute hike is actually...
straight up a cliff, basically.
You see that angle? It's that loose dirt when no one else has walked up there. Okay, so it was a dirt scramble. Regardless of that, we got to the top, safe and sound, again, no hazards whatsoever. Started walking along the old railway, and then we come across a collapsed tunnel. Similar to the Othello tunnels. Obviously we couldn't go through it, so we followed some sort of resemblance of a path, up, over, and back down the other side. Scrambled across a bit more loose dirt, finally came to where we could see the structure. It was phenomenal. Took your breath away to see this giant rusty railway bridge that took off and then curved around the corner and then just disappears into the forest. It's beautiful. So far, that's been the most impressive thing we've seen on this trip. Regardless of my little whinge and rant, because clearly I'm at my peak fitness, it's probably actually not that hard for someone of normal fitness. We both highly recommend checking this thing out. Just do a quick Google of the Ladner Creek trestle. You should find loads of images and little blogs that people have written, and you'll find those same 2 sentences of a description, but it's well worth it. Go check it out. Take a drone. A drone is the number one thing that we wish we had for starters. DJI, send us a drone. Photographer's dream. It's mystical. If you see it, just go and have a look at this thing. It's amazing. I just want to note here for both of our parents who I know are watching this, we didn't actually go across the bridge. You can rest easy that we're not doing daredevil stuff while we're over here. We merely crawled out a meter, got a few snaps and scrambled back. Just relax. We're safe. Okay? As you can see, it's being caved in. So we have to go around.
Why aren't you doing it?
Because I'm fucking terrified of heights.
How many meters do you reckon it is?
Fucking too many. Too many meters.
I'm watching. Look at this guy. He's walking on the top. You did it?
High five.
Fuck.
Scary.
It's epic.